Is it really moving or he's tripping?
No future you is thanking me.
Woo! Yo, catch this motherfucker. Come on, Will. Pop him, pop him. More. All right, maybe not more. I got carried away. What is going on, gang? It is your boy Taco. We are watching Hannibal episode 2. I appreciate everybody who told me that I need to check out the titles of the episodes as well. So I looked up the title of episode 1 and saw that aperitif is like the wine that you taste before like the main course meal, like your to get your palate ready, which is kind of like what he was doing with Will. And I messed up on a line. Y'all know well, some of y'all might not know because you're new watchers on my channel, but my vision's not bad, but my eyes strain a lot, so I have to sometimes I kind of look away, and also messes up like my hearing sometimes too. So I misheard the line and misread the line. I thought about the mongoose. I thought he said, "You're the mongoose that's under the house, that goes under the house when the snakes come by." Hannibal said, well, you guys already know, but he said, "You're the mongoose that I want under the house when the snakes go by." Basically implying he wants to utilize Will in a type of way against the snakes, even though he's a snake as well too. He's a snake himself. The way he's speaking is almost more of a puppeteer. So he's a snake and a puppeteer, really, to me. So I like that he's super intrigued by Will. I did misinterpret that line, but like I said, my eyes and stuff are messed up. I really enjoyed the first episode. I'm excited to see what's going on with this one. And just to be honest with you guys, this is the second time I've recorded this intro because I tried to watch the episode last night, but when I was trying to watch it last night, it was already dark, and like the opening scene is him like shooting at some like bro, you were in the military, you should know. He was at a gun range. He was shooting like the poster or whatever, and the shit started coming to him, and it was the dude's body. I was like, oh hell no, we gonna watch the rest of this tomorrow. So, so let's. Oh, see, oh shit, bro. I don't know why that freaked me out. Wow. So let's go back a little bit. Shout out to my Patreons. That made my skin hot. Shout out to my Patreons. Thank you for all being here, and shout out to you on YouTube as well too. Hopefully I got a quick little laugh out of me already being scared. But we're gonna run it back. That just freaked me out though. Yeah, okay, let's go. That's crazy. As soon as I talk about it, I get scared again. I'll look up the titles afterwards because I don't want to look them up beforehand and then kind of have an inclination of what's gonna happen. I don't want that. Yeah, see, that freaked me out last night. That freaked me out last.
We're here.
And this morning. So Will was already struggling last episode with like PTSD signs, but I mean now you can tell he's extra stressed the f out as they approach a new scene. But he's still trying. I just feel bad for our guy. Music, cinematography, all of it is fantastic as well too. But still keeps a creepy like aesthetic to it. Oh, see, like that's wild.
There's still 7 bodies unaccounted for.
You got it, Morpheus.
Or what if Hobbs wasn't eating alone? Disappearing these girls, butchering them, and then not leaving a shred of anything other than what's in this room?
There's no way.
Miguel Hobbs is a suspect.
We've been conducting house-to-house interviews at the Hobbs residence.
I mean, we know as the viewers, she's not involved. It's fucking Hannibal. But like this show, I'll say that in episode 1 too. This show has done a fantastic job of, even though I think a lot of people who have watched a lot of my other reactions know I'm not tooting my horn. Sometimes I can kind of piece things together. This show, I don't think this is gonna be one of them ones. I think this is gonna be one of those ones. I'm gonna be like every episode, like, what?
Hobbs killed alone.
And I love that, you know, what was established with Will in episode 1 is that he's the way he approaches conversation is a little bit different. So it's almost like Jack's character is kind of just, you know, trying to throw in another potential, you know, maybe such and such about his daughter, and Will's like, he does it alone. Like, it's stop this. He works alone. It's not 2 people. Stop.
Someone else was here.
Freddy's camera.
Resignation letter. Does anybody see the clue? There isn't one.
You wrote a letter, bad bookkeeping, and dumb luck.
Oh, cool. We get the little aftermath of this. Yeah.
Garrett Jacob Hobbs
Oh,
is dead.
wow.
The question now is how to stop those his story is going to inspire.
How are you, Will?
I have no idea.
That's a fair answer.
When Jack arrives, consider yourself ambushed.
There's Jack.
That was class.
That's exactly how he operated in episode 1, too.
Well, the review board would beg to differ. You're up for a commendation. And they've okayed active return to the field.
I hate to pause that already, but they've laid out some groundwork for the characters as well. Like Jack, now that they mention it, I know I talked about it in episode 1 when they were at the urinals, but he ambushed Will there. He ambushed Hannibal, and now he's ambushing them again. So he's very is headstrong the word?
Hannibal Lecter's a better fit. Your relationship's not personal. Are more comfortable with Dr. Bloom.
I'm not going to be comfortable with anybody inside my head.
You've never killed anyone before, Will. It's a deadly force encounter. It's a lot to digest.
I used to work homicide.
The reason you currently used to work homicide is because you didn't have the stomach for pulling the trigger. How many nights did you spend in Abigail Hobbs's hospital room, Will?
Therapy doesn't work on me.
Therapy doesn't work on you because you won't let it.
That is the hard thing about being like a behavioral health tech who's worked a lot with therapists and stuff like that. I know the telltale signs when you're trying to, well, how do you feel about that? Like stop it. I almost feel like that's going to be so intriguing for Hannibal though, because it's like a Rubik's Cube that he gets to play with and figure out like how does Will operate by still trying to keep it not too direct with him. I guess we'll see.
You're totally functional and more or less sane. Well done. What you need is a way out of dark places when Jack sends you there.
Last time he sent me into a dark place, I brought something back.
You saved Abigail Hobbs's life, you also orphaned her. It comes with certain emotional obligations regardless of empathy disorders.
Life too, do you feel obligated?
I feel a staggering amount of obligation.
Jack thinks Abigail Hobbs helped her dad kill those girls.
How does that make you feel?
How's it make you feel?
See? we just literally talked about this. That's funny. And he called it as soon as he saw it.
And well, the mirrors in your mind can reflect the best of yourself, not the worst of someone else.
That's a deep line. That's gonna take me a second to digest. Hold up. Yo, okay, Hannah will be dropping some bars. What did he say? I might have to come back to that at the end of the reaction and address what that line even, I think that line might even mean. What?
The mirrors in your mind can reflect the best of yourself, not the worst of someone else.
Is he playing kind of on the way that he empathizes with people and how that whenever he pilots people, how he's finding the worst parts of those people, and Hannibal's telling him those are like the best qualities of yourself, so you don't have to always be focusing on you don't have to look at your gift in a bad way, you can look at your gift in a positive way. Is that what he's saying? I could be wrong, but that's kind of a hard one to try in. Boy, if y'all don't get the I told y'all. And it's a bunch of those things. Oh, the music's creepy. Realistically, I just thought about this. Having Hannibal be the one that's doing his psych evaluation is like so bad. Because Hannibal's gonna, he's good. Because he wants to keep seeing how many layers he can peel back and understand Will, and also have just like conversation and stuff with him and see how his brain works. Judging just by him going back to this gun range again, dude is not good to go.
The bullets he pulled out of Hobbs in an acrylic case, but I told him you wouldn't think it was funny.
Probably not.
You're a weaver. I took you for an isosceles guy.
Yeah, I have a rotator cuff issue, so I have to use the weaver stance.
You are tight.
I got stabbed when I was a cop.
Yeah, I got stabbed in the 3rd grade with a number 2 pencil.
Come all the way down here to teach me how to shoot.
They're just hitting his brain with more and more and more. Oh, Last of Us. More and more of this shit. Golly, those look insane, dude. Bravo, whoever is designing that shit. The makeup artist, crazy.
Some small animal traps in the surrounding area.
Wanna
We talked about that episode 1 with Jack, and now, you know, I was giving him benefit of the doubt as far as him pushing the wheel and stuff like that. I get it. He is trying to get this stuff done, but you gotta, if you're the leader, like you're the quote unquote head honcho, you got to be able to know your personnel, and you can't just turn Will into a fucking tool to use to get shit done whenever it's destroying his psyche as well. No matter how many psych evaluations and things that he's been through, you can look at the motherfucker and tell he's not. I mean, homie, whoever this individual is acting his ass off. So you can see the frustration and the I don't want to be there, and he's even voicing it to you. So you gotta find other ways and other people to get this stuff done. Of course, you're not going to really in this situation because it's a show and we need Will to be here.
Buried them in a high nutrient compost. He was enthusiastically encouraging decomposition.
They were buried alive with the intention of keeping them that way. I mean, for a little while.
No restraints?
Just dirt.
The other end of the air supply system comes up over there. It isn't a very considerate clean air solution, which clearly wasn't a priority because he isn't lazy.
Break this one down for us, Will.
Welcome back.
Come on, Jack. I want to like you. Don't be a.
Yeah, tell Sandra to give me a call, will you? Thank you.
And who are you again? Because you were doing this.
Excuse me. I'm one of the parents of the explorers who found the bodies. Would it be in a position to ask a few things? That the boys are going to have questions, and I just want to be as honest with them. Like, tell me what that man is doing over there by himself.
He's some kind of special consultant, works for the FBI.
Recreated, Will. He's there. With shovel in hand. You have to love that little touch of he's so much able to get into it. They even went as far as to put the shovel in his hand, so you know he's really like his thought process is that invested into it. You gotta think he's not that far. His mind's breaking. He's already so close to, literally close to this body, but so close to being able to almost become these people that, like, the introduction of the trauma that he's going through with this, I feel like he's really on a slippery slope because he speaks in a way where he's like, this is by my design, this is my, like, he owns these situations. How much is it gonna take before his brain just slips and there's like no coming back? And now he's not just piloting this shit, he's actually out here almost committing some shit too. Boy, get the out of here. Is it really moving or he's tripping?
Don't touch him.
I thought he was tripping in his head. That motherfucker is actually moving. As an EMT, I don't know what what I would be doing. Showing up to that.
What did you see out in the field?
Hobbs.
An association?
See, even that, like, he said this may have been premature. I'm guessing that's the letter saying he's fit for full duty to go out into the field. And Hannibal's not even focused on that. He wants to know, what did you see? Explain to me all that shit. Like, he wants to just probe into his mind more.
Saw him lying there in someone else's grave.
It's stress. Not worth reporting.
It is worth reporting, Will. You are in the lion's den. He wants to make sure you didn't tell Jack about it, and then he wants to make sure you don't tell anybody else about it so he can start to try to, like, mold you into something, dude.
I don't consider Hobbs my victim.
Killing the thrill somebody else feels killing. Now that you've done it yourself.
He's trying to massage him into it. You don't consider him your victim? No, I just consider him dead. He's trying to almost make him see, like, it's what you did and what they did is not so different, bro. Hannibal, fucking. I'm sorry.
Why did he leave them exposed? To hold their hands?
Bury his victims in a straight line. He's more practical. He was keeping them alive. He was feeding them intravenously.
But your farmer let his crops die, safe for the one that did. The structure of a fungus mirrors that of the human brain, an intricate web of connections.
Yeah, not physically.
Is that what your farmer is looking for? Some sort of connection?
Run, girl. Get the there.
Miss Kimball?
Yes.
Good evening. Please come in.
Now, what would make her want to come see him? What's going on? Damn, what the?
Oh, You're one of 3 doctors I'm interviewing.
I'm very supportive of bake-offs.
I can imagine you as my therapist. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions first?
He sees through her shit.
Since that's why I'm here, I was wondering...
Are you Freddy Lounds? This is unethical, even for a tabloid journalist.
I am,
Got her. He knows.
I'm afraid I must ask for your bag. Your bag. Please, hand it over. I'd rather not take it from you.
Ooh!
I was recording our conversation.
Our conversation, yours and mine. How did you know when Will Graham would be here?
I may have also recorded...
You didn't answer the question. How did you know? Come, sit by me.
This motherfucker is smart, dude.
Delete it, please. You've been terribly rude, Miss Lounds. What's to be done about that?
In complete control.
Loin, served with a Cumberland sauce of red fruits.
Loin. What kind?
Pork.
Which is why he doesn't want anyone else up there.
Are you not accustomed to broken ponies in your stable?
You think Will Graham's a broken pony?
I think you think Will is a broken pony. You ever lost a pony, Jack? I want to understand why you're so delicate with Will. Because you don't trust him or because you're afraid of losing another pony?
I've already had my psyche eval.
Not by me. You've already told me about your mother. Why stop there?
And oddly charming. You know, he's slick. Like, you can't get a one-up on him. He sees everything fully. Man. The truth of the matter is, from a normal human point of view, Will is traumatized and Will is going through a lot of shit. He doesn't need to be on these jobs. Jack pushing him is because he wants to get all this shit done and figure out who's doing all this shit. Hannibal, it seems like, to him, he doesn't register that as broken, but untapped potential. Like, there's potential. If I just turn these gears a little more, I can mold them into something else. So he wants to make sure Will's going out there because he wants to keep doing stuff with him, and Jack wants to make sure he's out there having. So everybody's kind of using Will in a little bit as a tool without really. Well, I guess it would be different for Hannibal. Like I said, Hannibal doesn't see him as needing to take a step back. He wants him to plunge deeper so he can morph him into something, I believe. And Jack is just trying to get this shit done. I don't know, but I feel bad for Will and all this shit because, I mean, look at him having to look at all this shit all the time.
A highly concentrated mixture of hardwoods, shredded newspaper, and pig poop. Perfect for growing mushrooms and other fungi.
It's not recovering alcoholics. They crave sugar. Don't take that personally, buddy.
Oh, I'm not recovering.
Feed sugar to the fungus in your body. The fungus creates alcohol.
Not just alcoholics who have compromised endocrine systems. They all died of kidney failure.
Diabetics.
Death by diabetic ketoacidosis.
Yeah.
How is he inducing diabetic comas?
Changes their medication,
Sugar.
so he's a doctor or a pharmacist or he works somewhere in medical services.
He buries them.
I want to grow a new one.
Oh, it's just spec. We're divorced. I lost the hyphen. Yes.
Oh, this. Let me stop trying to figure this shit the fuck out. Yep, switch their shit.
And that's your correct address?
Yeah.
Oh, they got him. Maybe.
She's the chain's 10th diabetic customer to disappear after filling a prescription for insulin.
Oh, they got your ass. But are they gonna end up killing him and Will has a...
Please stop what you are doing. Put your hands in the air.
He's gone.
Special Agent Jack Crawford, which one of you is Eldon Stamets?
Well, Eldon was just here.
Why are y'all letting Will be the first one to go up there and do all this? He does not already have that girl.
Lounds, TittleCrime.com.
The FBI isn't just hunting psychopaths. They're headhunting them too, offering competitive pay and benefits in the hopes of using one demented mind. It's about Will.
Go on.
That hurt. Don't snap, Will. Hopefully, this doesn't make like. There's so many things that seem like they can make Will snap. What are you gonna do?
You are naughty, Miss Lounds.
Uh-oh.
Who is it?
Don't be Will.
Who is it?
That sounds like an angry knock though. Oh shit, it's FBI.
I appreciate the pageantry, Agent Crawford, but you can't arrest me for writing an article.
You entered a federal crime scene without permission.
Escorted by a detective.
Under false pretense. You got all that information from a local detective. You were in Minnesota. You were in the Shrike's Nest. You know how I know? You contaminated the crime scene. Just like everywhere you go, you contaminate crime scenes. That's obstructing justice.
That was her hair, and that's how she got the pictures. Her just being undressed or whatever just happened to be she was working while she was undressed. Oh, okay. I thought she was helping somebody do stuff for a while. Okay.
You don't write another word about Will Graham, and I won't have to.
The old lady said that, in her opinion, Europe was entirely to blame. She said...
What are you reading?
Flannery O'Connor.
Reading to a killer.
Innocent until guilty and all that.
It's Jackson, yeah.
It takes one to know one. You could be talking to a killer. Like the slight nods to what could be going on with Will, I feel like, are there. You could be talking to a killer. Yeah, of course they said she might be involved, but I just the headcanon for or whatever. I just feel like there's something more going on with. I mean, I don't feel like it as much as like we see like his mind is it's slipping, you know. She said something else too, but
Actually, I was just enjoying listening to you read.
Abigail Hobbs is a success for you. Don't feel sorry for yourself because you saved this girl's life.
Feel, good.
Uh-oh.
Don't know where you got half that information. It wasn't from me.
You may have made some inferences. Are you talking to me?
They also think it's my fault Stamets escaped. You stir the hornet's nest, and I'm the one who gets stung.
I can help you get work. Outside the force if you want me to. I know people in private security.
Not the first cop you got fired.
Guarantee you it pays better.
He put that together quick.
Now future you is thanking me.
Woo!
I read your article.
Woo!
Tell me about Will Graham.
Crazy and that was. I like how homie walked up. Stop the little smooth talk, all that bullshit. Hey, I read your article. Now tell me about Will. That was crazy. Broad daylight. Walked up and just dropped his ass. Yo.
Jack?
Oh, now you want to help.
Miss Lounds, you all right?
Where's Will Graham?
We have an eyewitness to the murder. We don't need Will Graham.
Well, that's not why I'm asking.
Well, what does he want with Will Graham?
Someone who understands him.
What did you tell him? What you told Eldon Stamets about Will Graham?
I told him about the...
Oh, then where she's at? You're in... Oh.
Help Will Graham connect with Abigail.
Oh, and there he is, bruh. How much time we got left? Somebody stop this motherfucker, please. Hopefully, I almost feel like Hannibal will be here too, because maybe he knows. Oh, he's cold, dude.
Hello? Will, it's Jack. You at the hospital?
Yes, I am.
Stamets knows about Abigail.
Gotta kill somebody else. She's gone.
Who took her?
I don't know.
And how long ago? Yo, catch this motherfucker. Come on, Will. I hate that you gotta take somebody else's life, but catch this mother. Shoot the motherfucker. Pop him, pop him. Go, Will. More. All right, maybe not more. I got carried away. Good job.
What were you gonna do to her?
We all evolved from mycelium. I'm simply reintroducing her to the cops.
Shut the fuck up.
Journalist said you understood me.
I don't.
If you walk through a field of mycelium, they know you are there. They know you are there.
Oh, he's insane. And as these people write more articles and things like that and word gets out, people are trying to seek out Will as somebody who well, Hannibal's doing it too, but I didn't know we're gonna have multiple people trying to, bro, his poor fucking brain, dude. His brain, like, he's being pulled in so many directions. Like, how can you keep everything contained? You got to protect the girl. People are trying to take the girl. They want to turn the girl. They want you to also understand where they're coming from, because you have this empathy factor that's off the charts. But then Hannibal wants to psychoanalyze you, and then some people feel like they gotta what's the word? Feel like they gotta tread lightly around you and stuff like that, or handle you with kid gloves and stuff on. So like, what the is Will supposed to do in all? That's why I'm telling y'all, dude. I just think he's on beyond the slippery slope, dude.
You should have let me plant her. You would have finally able to reach back.
He understands what he's saying. That's the gross part.
When you shot Eldon Stamets, who was it that you saw? Then it's not Hobbs's ghost that's haunting you, is it? It's the inevitability of there being a man so bad that killing him felt good. If your intention was to kill him, it's because you understand why he did the things he did. You fail, there's a paddle. Where was your paddle with Hobbs?
You're supposed to be my paddle.
Did you really feel so bad because killing him felt so good?
I like killing Hobbs.
We're gonna lose him.
Killing must feel good to God, too. He does it all the time. Created in his image.
Oh, you motherfucker.
God's terrific. He felt powerful.
No, basically telling you, oh my God, he felt powerful about it. It's crazy. I mean, that's a big assumption to make, just to try to justify that action to that, you know, God must feel powerful while doing that as well too. Ugh. So Hannibal actually, he didn't even do anything this episode besides what he did with that girl, and how he caught on to all her stuff, everything she was doing, how she was so specific about her timing. It just lets you know, if you're gonna catch Cannibal, if you're gonna catch Hannibal, you're going to have to be on top of your game. This motherfucker is not playing. Why'd you need to be here at certain times? He listens to everything that you say. He's so perceptive of everything, like down to the last minute fine details, like, and the way that he's able to disarm somebody without having to get physical with them by just doing small power play things. Sit beside me, looking you dead in your eyes, and letting you know, like, I don't want to have to take that recorder from you. He didn't even put emphasis on take. I don't want to have to take it from you. So I hope you're listening to me. She said what? He repeated himself, cool, calm, and collected. Basically, like, y'all, I'll f you up in here. You finna give me that recorder, and I'm not even gonna delete the shit. You, with your hands, will delete everything. I don't even want my, for whatever reason, I don't want my prints on it, maybe, or he just is another, maybe a power play thing. Delete it off your phone, do all that, or delete it off your recorder, do all that shit. Hannibal's, he's nasty with it. And Will's already, to an extent, Jack and them wanting to get him out into the field has created this thing in Will's head where he's already telling Hannibal, like, you're my paddle. Like he's using him as a crutch inadvertently, because he doesn't know what's gonna be. There's something in store for Will, bro, because Hannibal just keeps talking about killing and how he's justifying it in ways that aren't true justifications, but in a way that are probably making sense in Will's head. Jack's character, super abrasive, wants to get things done. I feel like and you know what's actually bad about it is that's how people handle shit in real life too. There's people that know they're pushing you a little too hard and doing things, but when they weigh it pros and cons, and this person's brain being a little compared to finding a whole field of people covered in mushrooms. I'm sorry, your brain's gonna get a little up, because I'm gonna go and make sure that we can utilize you the way we need to. Not saying that's right or wrong. I think there is a different way for him to approach his relationship with Will, but I mean, he is who he is and Will is who he is. So that dynamic is always unsteady for Will. It's like he's on a surface that's just always shakeable because Jack wants to make him do this or that, which is probably another reason why he feels so, I don't want to say right, but feels like his relationship with Hannibal is good, because Hannibal's, I don't even think he's raised his voice yet. He's just a very, from his perception, Will's perception right now, a very solid foundational piece or person for me to speak to, talk about things, and understands what I'm talking about in certain ways. I like our female lead, the the girl that's in the episode. I don't know her name. I've liked everything that she's brought to the episodes as well too. We haven't had her super fleshed out, so I don't have many talking points about her. And then I already kind of talk about how I felt about Will and everything that he's going through and being pulled in so many different directions, and now actual killers that are doing these atrocious things are seeking him out to I don't want to say feel vindicated, but feel like somebody understands him. And the sad part is that Will does. Like he can understand. I'm not saying that he thinks what they're doing is right, but he can get into their mind and understand all that stuff, and that's got to be a scary place to be. And he's also being, just tortured by what's happened in his past and things like that. And he's finally he was even able to speak to Hannibal about, like it felt good. I think that's what he said. It felt good to be able to do that, to kill him. So yeah, man, a great episode, but I feel bad for our guy, man. I see it slipping for him. But thank you for watching this. If you did, shout out to my patrons for picking this one. Like I said, I couldn't watch the episode. I couldn't watch the episode last night because that opening scene scared the out of me. Shout out to you guys. Maybe I'll add that at the end of this reaction. And that's it. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. And I'll see you guys soon. And YouTube, if you want early access to this, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're probably on episode like 5 or 6 now on Patreon. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Shout out to everybody. Have a great damn day.